Hi guys. Okay, so it's 5:37. I might be running a little late. I don't know how many people are going to show up to this. So I'm on my way to a small business meeting class, starting a small business to help revitalize your community. And so it's hosted by the Small Business Development Center that we have here in town, and they're having it at one of the places where I substitute teach, which is our technical school that was built for the high school students around here. It's a really pretty building. I sometimes sub there, but yeah, so yeah, we can go. Okay, good. They are so they're hosting it there, so I'm on my way, and I'm gonna go up there, and my friend, one of my best friends, and her daughter. And I haven't seen her in a long time, but they're gonna be up there. I'm assuming her daughter's up there. That she always brings her daughter with her, but she's gonna be up there, so you'll get to meet her. And then we'll go up there and see what it's all about. We already missed. There's 3 sessions. This one is talk about marketing. I think the last is talking about networking. I don't know. But we've already missed the first one. Now, she might have went. I don't remember, but I didn't go. So this is the marketing one. They're going to teach us how to market our small business. So I'm excited to go to that today. Uh-oh. What is going on? Let's see if this truck will let me pass. But anyway, hope I'm making it in time. I didn't mean to be just now leaving. I called myself trying to leave at 5:30, but maybe I should have left at 5:15. Should have did this already. Alright, so it's 5:45. We're probably about 2 minutes away from parking. I still have to put my shoes all the way on. Okay, so just beyond the bingo. Looks like they renovated. They had some really cool art stuff in there. Oh, here we go. Here's a few. Ooh, there's a lot of vehicles. Ooh, there's a lot of folks. Look at all these people who want to start a small business. Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm a little crooked. I tend to park crooked, but that just means I think outside the box. We're going to say that's what that means.
And the SBDC was the speaker. So now there's many places to get informed, YouTube, social media, all the good stuff, but we want clarity. So that's why you're here tonight. And so we are here to work for you. If you go here on the website, it says America's SBDC. You'll find that there's 1,100 centers across the country for the SBDC, for the Small Business Development Centers. Okay, usually associated or in cooperation with the area university, and here being West Texas A&M. All right, so.
Good morning, y'all. So it's Thursday. I did not sub yet again. Yeah, it's Thursday, a little after 8. I'm about to head into the coffee shop. This month I haven't subbed. The previous week or this week. I do have a job tomorrow, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But we're at the coffee shop, so I'm finally going to get some stuff done towards this journey. I've been doing a lot of other stuff with this other project that we're working on. And so today we're going to get a chance to do some stuff, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Let's see. But anyway, come inside to the coffee shop with me. Seems like it goes up every time. What do you think, Holy Spirit? Like, Steve? Hi, beautiful Restful Faith family. I'm sitting outside of Roasters right now. Here's Roasters. People could probably see me filming, but that's okay. But I just wanted to wrap up that video. I just got through editing it and realized I didn't give you a conclusion, and it was just a bunch of random clips. I'm sorry, but here on out, they should be more structured and organized. I'll start creating an outline for them. But anyway, it is a vlog, so, you know, and all you can do is get better and from where you are, work on it and improve it. As long as you keep showing up. You could be the worst at something, but as long as you keep coming back and keep showing up, being consistent, you're going to get better. You're going to figure things out. So as of today, Saturday, it is the day after Good Friday and before Easter. It is kind of cold out here today. It's been really warm, but it's gotten real cold today, and so I'm in my van and I've got my heaters on, turned high. Oops, forgot to turn that on. So my heater is on and it's cloudy and it's really cozy today. It's been really nice to sit. I met with the girls at the coffee shop. I probably should have at least vlogged a little bit of it. I did not. I'm sorry. But so yeah, I kind of wanted to share where I am in my journey right now, and some wins. Let me tell you a story real quick. It's just so cool. When I first started my resume writing business, I don't think I didn't set it up official. I had done resumes, but it was just kind of not under the table. A handshake, Cash App, resume, that type of thing. And I had done a few of them, but I was actually setting things up and getting it to where they could pay just directly on the website and they wouldn't have to go through Cash App or anything like that. That way it's just more professional and streamlined. And so I had got that set up, and I had HoneyBook at the time. I don't have it anymore because they raised their prices and it just wasn't viable for me at this stage in my own journey. But I had HoneyBook. I had got a discount for half off, and so I was using it. It was a great tool for what I used it for contracts and invoices and stuff like that, and they could pay directly through HoneyBook, which was really cool. I first set it up, and I had put my prices in there. And by this time, I was charging, I think I was charging $75 per resume at this time. Sorry, my arm is getting tired. I should use my selfie stick, but I'll do it later. I just want to get this out. You know, I have my main resume service where I create a resume for them, but I wanted to have tiered options and create packages so that they can have, if somebody needed a resume and a cover letter, or a resume, cover letter, and thank you notes, or if they wanted some career strategy and professional branding options, if they, anything related to their career and making themselves look better on paper or online. So I created some packages. I had one that was like $600. And granted, at that time, the only resume the highest amount anybody's ever paid me for a resume was $75. But I wanted a comprehensive package. And there was that one, and then there was one for like $350 and then $250. But I set it up, just set it up. I was sitting at Starbucks one day. Like the day after I set that up, I got two requests. One was for a $600 one, and the other one was for a smaller one, a smaller price one. I think that one we went through with it and did his resume, but it was for a package that was cheaper but this one, we talked and everything, but she didn't go through with it for, lots of different reasons. And I know if she had to purchase that $600, and after I prayed about it, she would have gotten like the best service of her life. She reached out and she was like, "This is what I want everything." And I was like, and let me tell you, I was so shocked and scared, because that was the first time that I sat there in the coffee shop, stared at the screen, and then I left. I got so scared, I jumped up and walked out of the coffee shop, and I was like, Lord, oh my gosh, people. It's because people are interacting with you. I never thought I would have a service-based business. I want to stay behind the scenes, away from people, where I can just work and do my own thing. I didn't think I would, have to be talking to people and stuff and dealing with them and their opinions and everything. But I was like, these are real people with real issues, with real needs. Real people that are, and I'm like, oh, and I was very, very nervous. And then I responded back, because it's the first time for everything, and you're stepping out in faith, and you're thinking about all the stuff, what could be, what if this, and what if that. And so I reached out to both of them. She didn't take the offer, but he did, and that's okay. That's okay. But a win was, I saw her post on LinkedIn a couple days ago asking for any advice for jobs and stuff, because she actually did leave that company, finally, where she was thinking about it at that time when we met. And so I reached out to her. That's a win. I reached out to her and said, hey, I'd love to take a look at your resume and just tell you how well it's tailored to the industries that you're looking to get into. And I sent her my email address, and I said, I can give it to you just in a couple of days. And she responded, and she sent me her resume. So, because the only other time I've done that is where I did a free resume review. He was so excited, and he said, yes, will you do this for me? And so he paid for resume writing services. And this time, I haven't heard back from, I haven't checked today, but I don't know if she's even read it. And, so. And they're very tailored reviews. They're very custom and personalized. It's not some generic tips. It's like this is what's going to make your specific resume stronger for where you want to go. But that is a win. I did reach out. And another win is I went to the business meeting. And then another win is I've been talking to people. I interviewed my cousin very briefly, who was one of the first people to reach out for resume writing services. And I got some information from him. And I got 2 invites for a workshop, to host a workshop for high school students. And one was in there are 2 different towns. And so with my van, I think it can get there, but there's an issue with me driving and being on the road by myself. I know the Lord has told me many times He's healed me and delivered me from that fear of being on the road and being like that. And I used to drive back and forth, a 2-hour road trip by myself. Just fine, no issues. But once I had that panic attack on the road, it just kind of changed everything. And so this would be the first time I'd venture out by myself farther than I have in a long time. And so that's a concern. But I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, and the biggest win, the biggest win is the new package that I created. I think this is the thing that would make me a market of one. And I don't know if you've ever heard the term market of one, but everything is oversaturated. There's so many people. Like, you want to go out and put something out there in the world, or go start helping people, going out there and trying to do something online. You're like, I don't know if I'm going to get noticed, because everybody's doing that these days. But I did not realize that there is real opportunity to become a market of one. It is when you stop comparing yourself to other people, because I was comparing myself to my friend, best friend, that started her YouTube channel recently, and of course it's growing quickly, and it's quickly beat mine. And so I was comparing myself to her. I was getting very sad. But anyway, I forgot that how unique we are and how so different we are as individuals. We all are as individuals. I didn't realize that I had a unique angle, because there's so many resume writers out there. There's so many ways you can do your own and be just fine. You can DIY your resume. You can have ChatGPT write you one, or any other AI software. It's like, so who is going to pay for this? The biggest thing that happened is when I started to think. I stopped, and I started to think, and I started to really put myself in, have a target audience in mind, started to put myself in their shoes, and started to pay attention to my own process and how I work. And I stumbled upon something. There's this thing that I created that I'm working on right now that I think is going to make me a market of one. And I came across it as I was thinking. I was sitting with the Lord thinking, Lord, what do I do that's different than all the other resume writers out there? And I was thinking about my process. And there's one thing I do with all my resume clients in the process that I was like, wait a minute, if I just give this to them, this would help them in so many ways. And so I sat down with ChatGPT and we kind of fleshed it out, what this thing can be. And it's, to me, it feels like gold. Like it feels like I struck gold. And I haven't, finished setting it up, but this is the thing. And I think it would be so valuable but I have to validate it, of course. Always validate your business idea. And it's okay to have a business idea that flops. It's okay, because failure is a part of life. Like, you didn't automatically learn how to walk. You failed as a baby so many times before you walk. Now you can walk, and you can talk and speak, and you can do all that stuff. Failure it's just part of life. It's not a bad thing. It's you learning. And I haven't really seen anything on the market like it. And it came from just sitting and thinking and talking to the Lord. It didn't come from looking to see what anybody else was doing. Because when I did that, I got super overwhelmed and super depressed, super sad to see, I'm like, well, might as well not do it, because what's the point, But And another good thing that comes with that is when you begin to start planning your steps, you begin to start thinking about what digital products you could create, what types of services that you can offer. They're not going to look like anybody else's because they're a product of not you looking at somebody else's. They're a product of you thinking about, how can I best serve this target audience? Thinking about them, what do they need, and what do I like to do? How can I help? How do I help them get that transformation that they're looking for? Help them reach their goals? How can I do that? What's the best way? And so you're automatically not thinking about tactics. You're not thinking, ooh, course, product. You're not thinking about all the tactics. Those are just ways to deliver the transformation. You're just thinking about getting them from point A to point B the fastest, most efficient, painless way possible. I think that's gold. And so this product, I'm very excited to try it out. I'm going to keep talking to people. I went ahead and took those questions that I asked him and I turned it into a Google form. And so now I'm offering free resume reviews. So anytime anybody gets a free review from me, I'll ask them to fill out the survey so that I can get that information that's gold to me, that's valuable to me, and I'm not just guessing. And so just to find out is this something that the marketplace wants? Is this something that my ideal clients are looking for? And I think it is. ChatGPT thinks it is, and the Lord said yes, go for it. So we're gonna go for it, and I'm just gonna try it and see. But I do want to tell you that this stuff takes time. That's the biggest issue. Everything takes so much time because you're one person, and if you want to fast track the stuff, all these things and ideas in your head, get some other people involved. That's what I need to start doing. But you do one task and it takes all day, or 2 or 3, and then you're pooped. I don't know. And you're like, but I still have all this. But I have been asking the Lord every time I sit down to do something for priority. So Father God, what is priority? What's priority? So I hope this was encouraging to you. You be blessed and encouraged. We are on the video that you're watching now. This was week 2. Yeah, week 2. There's 2 more weeks left in this, the first phase of information gathering. So I really have to start reaching out and asking a lot of people questions. And I'll do that and let you know. Okay, you be blessed and encouraged. Have the most amazing, beautiful, wonderful day. And I'll talk to you later.